but in the recording head got nothing. Mind you, that could be fairly low signal, might be very low. Yeah, could well be. So let's see, output of C203. Now where would that be? Oh, that gets annoying after a while, doesn't it? Oh, that's one side. Oh, there's nothing there. Other side of the capacitor, nothing there. Let's go to the other one. Nothing there, which is, I guess, what I was expecting. Alright, so there's nothing on the drive, so what's the op amp going into it? Pin 2 of IC301. Well, it's not getting any drive at all. $52.5, alright. Yeah, the drive circuitry for the arrays seems to be okay, but nothing's getting to either of the drives for the record head. Right, I've spent a bit of time going through the schematic and fixing up the pin numbers. I've written the pin numbers next to it so I can more easily read it and associate the parts on the board with the schematic, just make life a little bit easier. So I'll now go and try and trace through what I want to know. Okay, so the arrays head seems to be working too. All right, now from memory that gets, I'll just check, that gets I think 52 kilohertz. Yep, 52.5 kilohertz. I'll write that in just so I know. Arrays head is 52.5 kilohertz. Righto, now back to the bias. Right, now, as far as I can tell, there's two sources to control IC809 pins 8, 9, 12, 13, which are the AND gates which control the attenuation, oh, not the attenuation, but the actual main level. The attenuation is done on that by the chips IC101, 201. So I want to know if AND gates are getting a signal. So 809 pins 8, 9. 809 pins 8, 9. Yeah, 105 kilohertz. It's a square wave up to, looks like 1.5 volts. That output should have gone high. So does that mean the input gate on pin 13 of 808 is kaput? I suspect that the bias isn't getting through to the beginning of the output op amp. There's a rail for left and right which gets cut in and cut out with various resistors for levels of bias. But there's no signal getting to it through pin 10 output on IC809. And the low on pin 8, it's a low, and it doesn't really matter whether that's low or high, But what's happening is that on pin 9 the signal is not a very clean square wave, and I'm trying to determine why, because I feel that it needs to be a proper square wave to have an output at 105 kilohertz. So what is causing it to do that? And looking at it now, it's either a faulty input gates on the 809 there and here, or for some reason this diode which is a rectification of the square wave to provide a DC which goes into another AND gate. I'll take that back again. No, not quite true. Oh yes, it is actually, yes. Yeah, the 105 comes out through 10k, gets rectified, another 10k capacitor to give DC, and then back into the same op amp. That's weird. Not sure why it does that, but anyway, yes, on the other side of the resistor from the 105 kilohertz source, the square wave is crappy. What could be causing that? It's either a low on pin 9 of 809 or pin 12 on 809, or that diode D14 is doing something wrong. Alright, I went to remove diode D814 and it just fell apart, so, but anyway, it turns out the signal is still a very ragged sawtooth almost. So that only leaves really two ICs that are in the way. Now 808 output 11 and 809 output 10 and 11, but 808 pin 11 seems to operate okay when I change the voltages on the input to it, so I'm going to try. Okay, I'll try different things. That's better. Well, now when I say I've got the oscillator working, actually I need to see whether it's getting to the output. So I found by grounding pin 8 of 809 that I've got a signal. So right, that's feeding the output stages for the bias amplifier. Now if I ground pin 8, Oh, then again, that's not ground. No, if I put a high voltage on it, 12 volts. So I get 12 volts from there. Now we'll do it. There, see? Now what I need to do is to see if that's getting to the record heads. It's a bit hard to see here. I might just go onto the connector itself. Yeah, that might do. Oh, nothing there. Oh, alright. Oh, it's a bit sad. Oh, okay, it's still not working. Oh, God. What I need to do is to actually check the other pin 11. Right, pin 11 of 809. 10, 11. Oh, God. Too hard to see where it goes. Alright, I'll have to just do this.